When the cops are called to investigate you recording in public, there are two types of cops you will meet. The first one will educate the person or persons who called, and the second one will not educate the person or persons who called for whatever reason, being afraid or just not wanting to. In this video, you will meet each one of those type of cops. This video was originally a 5-video series. It is now edited down to 1 video. If you never saw the original series because you are a new subscriber, please post your comments. And if you are an older subscriber and want to see a shortened version, please post your comments also. Enjoy the video. Hey guys, News Now California, out in the county of Kern at the Kern River Valley Administration and Courts Complex located at Lake Isabella. I'm up here today with San Joaquin Valley Transparency. Good morning. The public restrooms open? Uh-huh. Thanks.
Who are you guys?
Who we guys? We're just citizens.
Oh.
Out filming in public, community, doing a little story.
Thank you. How are you doing today?
Good, how are you?
Good, thanks.
They gotta put human services on both sides because if they leave the door open, you won't know.
She's putting the thing up. She doesn't want to be filmed.
Sir, you can't be in here with video cameras.
Is this open to the public? The lobby?
Due to confidentiality,
I'm not getting anybody's personal information.
Huh.
That's weird.
She's all upset, huh?
Where's the public restroom at?
Right, over that way.
That's the way. Oh, thank you so much.
What are you doing?
I was just doing a store in the building. This lobby is accessible to the public, right?
Is this open to the public
Hi
here?
guys.
Well, I don't want my
This
face
is not a
on
public
this.
office. We're gonna have to ask you to turn the cameras off.
This is not
Yeah,
a
I don't want it.
It's not a traditional public forum. You're
understand
interfering
traditional.
with the staff's ability to get their work done. Please turn off the cameras.
Why
and
is that?
leave.
Is it because we have cameras in our hands, or is it because we have questions?
We have confidentiality here.
I don't see anybody's personal information. Do you?
I do see that there are employees here, and you're invading their personal lives. You need to.
No, a employee that works for the government. It works for
You're
us.
being asked to leave and to turn off the cameras, please.
Well, I'm gonna.
Gentlemen,
get
this is not a public forum. The sidewalk is a public forum. You're free to go out there. Otherwise, we'll call the sheriff's department.
For the public?
That is for the public to
Is
gather.
Is this open to the public right here?
This is open
So now, see
for,
what I have in my hand
No, let
is
him answer the question
official
first.
business.
Is
this
a
area is
public
open
lot?
for individual service. If you do not leave right now, the sheriff's department will be called.
Call
You
him.
understand?
Call him.
I don't
Okay.
know. I don't know.
Bunch of paranoid people in here.
Tell him we'll be waiting out in front. You asked us to leave, we're leaving. Tell him we'll be out in front right here waiting.
But what's it for?
We're doing a little documentary on how you're able to film in publicly accessible areas and how our individual rights are being violated by you throwing us out of here. And so we were hoping that we wouldn't get engaged and you guys would come out looking very nice, but unfortunately you're not. Not you personally.
Yeah,
Not you. You've been very nice.
Yeah.
You've been super
You've been
nice.
super nice.
You've been very cordial and professional. But when you have us coming into a publicly accessible area with cameras, and we're not going into secure areas, we're not filming individuals' personal information, and we're being thrown out because of those comments, it's not going to fly. So we'll be waiting for the sheriffs right here. Hopefully they'll come soon and they'll come back and educate that individual and the other individual.
Yeah.
How long did they say they'd take?
Oh, what's your name, sir? You work here? You're acting very unprofessional, and it's your job to state your name For
Are
the
you being
public.
serviced, sir?
For the public.
Do you need assistance with anything?
I just got it. You see, that's called official business. This right here, no matter
Do you
what
have any
happens,
questions about that?
no matter what happens,
Do you have any questions about it?
no matter what happens,
I can help you with it.
yeah. What does this offer? What does this offer? What does this office offer the public?
Individual service.
As what? Veteran resources.
They're not here today.
I mean, if you can give me some information about the building, so we
Building,
can.
this is a building for which you can obtain public services and welfare, welfare to work assistance, building permits. What's the other one?
It's hilarious how this guy wants to act like a tyrant, kick us out of this publicly funded lobby, but yet he doesn't even know what this building has inside of it. Another tyrant, one down, 20 million to go.
The first district supervisor's
There
here.
you go.
Medi-Cal, is it Medi-Cal? No. Human
This woman,
Services.
this woman has been very professional since we walked in.
Mhm.
She asked us nicely what we were doing.
Mhm.
As you guys, that's your job. You guys can ask
And you
us.
were asked to leave too.
But we don't have to, man. For the public. Why? Okay, let me ask you this. Why are you asking us to leave? Because we have cameras in our hands?
Yes, because
Did you
for
know that it's
individual
our
services.
First Amendment right to have these cameras in our hands in public accessible areas?
But not film.
That's not true.
You've been
You're
requested
wrong.
not to film.
You are wrong. You are very
And
wrong.
that's why the sheriff's department will be
very
here
wrong.
shortly.
And,
And they've been,
and they'll
they've
educate you.
confronted you both.
And they'll educate you.
They'll educate you. What's your name? We're going to find out.
This place, believe me, will get a whole bunch of calls.
You're going to get
And
a lot of calls.
you're
You'd be
being-
better off just answering who you are and your position,
You're being professional.
and we're going to wait outside for the sheriffs. But if you don't want to,
I advise you to wait outside for the sheriffs.
well, I don't need advice. I know what I'm going to do. You like being a tyrant and a bully, man. You're going to get
Not a
educated.
tyrant and bully.
Yeah, you are. You know how to spell it? Tyrant and bully. That's what you are. Because we're perfectly allowed to come in here and film. If it's open to the publicly accessible area, we're a lobby that we're coming into, we're not filming any personal information.
And that's why the sheriffs have visited you multiple times.
This is not the first building we've
The
been at,
sheriffs have
and this is not
visited
the
us
first building
multiple
we've
times?
Educated.
Really? Are you a fortune teller, or were you looking at past history? We've never been into this community.
Not this one.
Your fear doesn't trump our rights,
I'm
sir.
not afraid of anything.
You're not afraid of anything?
This woman wasn't afraid.
Well, wait till the phone calls
So
come.
you've been confronted 2 times by employees of this building. I'm the last one. The next one's gonna be sheriff's deputies.
Yeah, and we'll see what happens. Stick around.
Stick around, man. Get a chair, get
Always
some
here.
popcorn. Rather than wait for them, we'll go to them.
It's warm in here. It's gonna be the sheriff lick as well, I'm guessing. Live streaming, these cameras have the power to people.
So I need to let you guys know that any footage that you have, you know, there are victims that come in and out of here, and any footage that you might have of a victim that you use that could potentially put them in danger by it being known that they were in the sheriff's office, they can use that and sue you civilly. And if for some reason we find out that that did happen, I will make sure that I put them in the, you know, connect them to the right resources to do that. Okay.
Okay,
Well,
so-
first of all, there's no victims in here, and
You don't know that.
Are you a victim?
Are they invisible? Because I
Are
don't
you
see
a victim?
anybody.
You didn't see the lady that just walked out of here. You don't know what she is. You don't know.
We didn't. We don't.
No. No, our sergeant is first. Yes.
So that's what you find in these smaller communities, that nobody wants to answer to anybody. Because they all want to be in charge. This woman was a complete doofus, telling us that there's victims in here. Lots of them. They're all invisible. Yes, can you please tell me, are you a victim? No, I didn't think so. Are you a victim? No, I didn't think so. How about you? Opening doors. Are you a victim? No. Okay. How about you two chairs? Are you victims? No, they're not victims. Table, are you a victim? No. Carpet. Carpet, are you a victim? No, the carpet's not a victim. How about these 4 chairs? Are you a victim? No. 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 Well, there seem to be no victims in here. Are you an officer? I'm sorry, what?
I'm a clerk.
A clerk. Can you tell me, how come you guys don't have any video cameras in your lobby? Take care, man.
Kevin. Officer, come on.
No. I was asking why there's no video cameras in this lobby.
Let's go, man. Did you go back in or did you come out?
Yeah, I just talked to him. Does he want to talk to us?
Go in his restroom?
Yeah. Did he want to talk to us?
No, I don't think so.
Okay.
Is he the deputy in charge?
No, I was just making sure you guys were allowed to film or do whatever you're doing.
Yeah, what'd you find out?
Did you already confirm that we are?
Yeah, you guys are good to film right there.
Okay, and also in the building, that's the city hall building?
You can't film in the court building, I believe.
No, we understand that.
Okay.
You want to come out and talk to us?
Yeah, could you give me a minute?
Give us a minute?
I'm actually on an investigation right now, but as soon as I'm done, I'll
You-
talk to you guys.
All right, cool.
Cool. We'll be
Alright.
here. How long you think?
I don't know. I got to make a couple phone calls.
All right, we'll be here. What's your name?
The senior deputy Brandon.
Senior Deputy Brandon. We'll look forward to talking to you.
Okay.
Thanks,
All right,
man.
brother.
No, it's not. Because you're a dick.
I'm not an American.
This is what my attorney asked. Let me take your picture.
Turn it sideways so it comes out better. If you do vertical, it's not that great.
It's okay. Let's put our differences aside.
I'm not a public personality. I'm a
Personality.
private person,
So are we.
and I deserve my
But you're in
privacy.
public.
So do the other
But you're in
people.
public.
So what? That doesn't give you the right to
are
invade my
Are you
privacy.
gonna talk to Google Earth and yell at them? Are you gonna yell at McDonald's and Walmart and the post office?
If they
and
take my
everybody else?
picture,
You're
yeah.
going to take your picture every day. Just because their cameras are mounted on the wall, does that make it okay? Everywhere you go, every time you walk out of your door,
That does not
100 times you're
give
being photographed.
you the right to put people
So
on public display.
Okay, so what you're
Which is
saying
what
I
you're
should,
doing.
I should drop my cameras on the floor. What you're saying, because I don't have a right to hold my cameras in hand and record what I want to record. Is that what you're saying?
What are you going to report?
I record officials on the course of their duty.
Yeah.
If you would have
uh-huh.
never stepped in front of the camera, you wouldn't be the story.
That's why you were filming me through the damn
I
door.
wasn't.
Yes, you were. I was watching you.
Oh, you came at me all aggressive.
And so was he. And I asked
look,
him not to
I
film me.
apologize if you got stirred up. And you want me to educate you a little bit?
I don't need your damn education.
Oh no.
No.
You're so smart.
I'm fully aware of what
No, you're
our
not.
politicians
You're
are doing.
unaware of what our rights are, and you're allowing the fear to take away our rights. You're
Okay,
allowing the-
let me ask you
You're allowing
something.
these politicians and
Why
these
is it
police officers work for the
necessary-
politicians, but they don't.
Why
they-
is it
they work
necessary
for, us.
for a
We pay
newspaper to
taxes.
get your permission before they photograph you
Because
at
it's
a?
commercial.
Because commercial, and they make money off of it.
Well, I have news for you.
Uh huh.
What's the news?
What's the news? Bad news.
Your
Fox
picture-
News, CNN.
Your
That's all
pictures will be
garbage.
going to my attorney.
Who's your attorney? Attorney Vinny Boom Bop?
No,
We have attorneys as well.
that's
And
fine.
this isn't the first place, and you're not the first American that didn't know that they had rights.
I know I have all kinds
You
of
bought
rights.
into all the fear mongering and all the news. and
I
and
am
you-
not afraid of my politicians nor anyone else.
Well,
And
of
I
course,
fight
you
them
give you
through the
give them
way
their
I
power.
vote.
You give them
Not
the power.
through photographing
You
people
give them
that
the
don't want to
power.
be photographed.
It's not. We're not here for you. We're here for the public officials to educate them.
Yeah, right.
You don't want to hear it.
Yeah, she's just too angry. She doesn't want to listen, man.
In reality, you should be using that phone. That phone is worth $70,000 10 years ago, okay? The quality equipment that you have as far as recording, and you should be recording all your public officials the way they behave. You see the police pull somebody over, record the interaction. Make sure that the police are safe and the people are safe.
Well,
camera
considering
keeps us all
my
safe.
entire family is involved in law enforcement,
Right.
I know the bullshit they
Right.
go through from people like you.
Yeah, and do you know that they kill people and get away with it? They murder people
Some-
and get away with it. I can give
some
you
of
hundreds
them
names.
do.
Hundreds
Some
of names.
of them have.
And that makes
That doesn't make every police
so you
officer
support
out
the
there
Blue
bad.
Line gang? The Blue Line gang, you support that?
Not every police officer out there does that.
We never said that.
And they
good-
prosecute
there's
the
good-
people that
there's
they
good and bad
find
cops.
when they do it.
There's
And
good and
what about
bad
when they let
cops.
them go? Because they hold body camera or whatnot. Because it puts them in.
Why do you think they put the body cams on them?
Why do you think they?
Are you a
why do
fucking
you think
idiot?
they lose the body cams when they?
Why
put
do you
them in
gotta
a bad
swear?
light?
Why do you gotta swear?
Because people like you irritate the living hell out of me.
Okay, look.
Okay, I've lost 2 uncles, a cousin, and
I've lost
a
family,
nephew
too.
protecting this country either through the military or as a firefighter or as a police
And you
officer.
think we haven't?
I don't care
Are you
what
the-
you've lost.
are
Well,
you-
you don't
so
care
why
anything.
should we care what
Why-
you
Why
lost?
should we care what you lost if you don't care who we
You only
lost?
care about yourself. What kind of a person does that make you?
No, I care about a lot of people. I just
No.
don't care about you.
No,
Why
no.
is that?
Why is that?
Okay.
I care about you.
Now,
enough
if
to
you
come
were
and talk
down
to
and
you.
bleeding, yeah, I'd lend
I
aid.
care enough to come
don't
and talk
think
to you,
so.
and I don't have to
I
post
would.
this.
I don't think so. I think you'd
I'm not
spit
gonna
on
let,
us.
not gonna just
I
let
think,
you lay there and
I
die.
think you'd spit on us.
And that I'd lend aid to anybody. That's what I took the training for, not to keep it to myself. But what you guys do is wrong.
How do you know?
Going into a public assistance office and photographing people with coming in and out, photographing the
That's not
people
what
that
we're
work
doing.
there.
That's not what
That's
we're doing.
exactly
the
what
people
you're
that
doing.
work there, that's what we do.
That's what we do. The
That's
people
what
that
the
work
that
there.
work there. We
That's
weren't
what
here
we
for you.
do. We're not
And-
here for you.
But you get them. In trying to photograph them, you get
Okay,
innocent people.
So an example of what we saw in there. The lady at the front desk, very professional. She's probably not even going to be on camera. Everybody else that acted paranoid and behaving that we can't do this, which we know for a fact that we can't. Even the police couldn't say nothing to us. Some of them acted cool. Some of them acted retarded. When they're cordial, you get put in a good light. And we know that our tax
I don't care what kind of light you
our
put
tax
me in.
dollars.
You want to put
This
me
isn't
on
about
camera?
you.
I
This
don't
isn't
give a
about
shit.
you. This isn't about you. You put yourself
There
on
you
camera.
go, swearing
You
again.
put
But
yourself on
if
camera.
you,
You got a potty mouth.
I
put
worked
your-
with contractors all my life.
Potty mouth.
I worked with construction workers. If you do not give people their private rights to, or private privacy to go into these offices
we do.
and that, then you aren't there for the people. There's a lot of people that are on subsistence and stuff. They don't want everybody in the world to know. It is embarrassing to them.
These public officials, when they misbehave, fair game. We pay them tax dollars to behave a certain way. We pay them to
So
to
good.
treat
So
everybody.
go get Pelosi and Feinstein
all of
and
them,
all
all
them
of them,
that
all of
you
them,
that
all of them.
that seriously
Every
need something
single
done
one of
about
them.
them. When you have
Every single one of
senators
them.
that are requesting contracts be put out on our president, whether you like him or not, he's our
I'll
president.
tell you what. I don't go left.
That's
Watch this,
that's
watch this,
wrong.
Watch this. I don't go left and I
So
don't go right.
so go
We
follow them.
forward.
These people
Watch
do
this.
everything in the world they
Watch
can to
this.
help the people that
Watch
come in
this.
there.
I don't like to label myself. I don't go left and I don't go right. I move forward. That's what this is. This is right here. What we're doing is going on from sea to shining sea.
And
People
where was
empowering
this?
themselves.
Where is this aired?
Beautifully. Type in First Amendment audits. You know what the First Amendment is, right?
Of course
Freedom
I know.
of speech, freedom of religion, freedom of press. Okay, now
Right.
a lot of us that do this, from sea to shining sea and everywhere in between, people are picking up cameras and holding their officials accountable. It doesn't matter if you're black, you're white, you're Asian, you're Hispanic. It doesn't matter. Everybody is working together. And when you record officials on the course of their duties, police officer pulls you over, if he's not a racist and somebody says he's a racist, then this proves, like you and I, we have differences right now, right? We're trying to
Well,
understand
I
each
have
other.
a different
Wait,
theory
okay,
on that.
wait,
Unless
wait,
you're
wait.
doing something to get pulled over, or
But
for
if,
them
even
to
if you get
investigate
pulled over
you,
and you're not doing anything wrong, you should.
you know,
still
if
don't
you're
have to
not
ID.
guilty, don't run.
And still don't have to ID. If you're not committing a crime, you still don't have to ID. If a person is not committing a crime, this is not Germany. This is not Nazi Germany. This is
State
America.
of California
This is not a stop and ID.
requires you
That's wrong.
to have a public ID.
That's wrong.
No, it's
Requires
not.
you to have one, but not
If
to
you commit a
ID
crime.
to a police officer. A police officer cannot just say, "Let me see your ID." They have to articulate a crime you've committed, you did commit, or you're about to commit before you have to show them ID.
Well, you guys need to leave these people alone.
No, they need to behave and act accordingly. And I'll tell you one more thing.
If you're gonna do officials, go after the big ones, the ones that not these guys here that are trying to help the people in this valley.
You're right. And you know what's funny?
Go
Is
after
policing has become a business.
go
okay?
after Senator Governor Brown, who's it's more important to build a damn train than to provide
on
us
this-
with the
on
water
this-
we need.
On this, I agree. Okay, politicians, they make all these rules and regulations, right?
He's
And-
sitting
and
up there
who-
making freaking
right,
rules
okay.
and
who enforces all these rules and regulations? The police do. So you and I, we don't have a word. With these guys, they devise their own ways of voting and stuff like that. They throw in whatever they want to in all these acts, and they create their own rules.
And
I'll
that's
tell you-
what
I'll
I'm
tell you
saying.
one thing.
Go at the people that the big people,
And
the
we're
people that are really causing the issues.
We are paving the way for the smarter people to walk in behind us.
You don't want to give me a hug?
No, I don't hug people
So
I
look,
don't know.
so look,
I'm sorry.
look,
It's
so-
nothing against you
all,
personal.
All our differences.
It's my health
all our-
issues.
all our
I can't.
differences- all
I
our
don't want to take
differences
the
You
aside.
want
risk.
to shake my hand?
I'll shake your hand.
All our
There you
differences
go.
aside. All our differences
But
aside.
you guys really need to go after the big
I
people,
truly
not these
apologize,
not
and I
these
agree
guys
with you.
here. Everybody in this office
We won't disagree.
bust their ass
We're
to
not
help
gonna-
this
we're not gonna
county.
disagree.
Right, but I'm not going to say they don't. But the whole intent of us coming here is they need to respect our right to film in public.
Have you ever seen YouTube? Do you ever watch
Of
YouTube?
course, I've seen YouTube.
Okay.
Most of the shit that's on there is
Okay,
trash.
so I'm gonna show you what we do, and I'll tell you one thing. Just like police officers make mistakes, so do we. We all sometimes with their cameras. There's people that are out there that are really aggressive. There's people that make sexual remarks
Yeah.
towards officers, and I personally don't like
when
that.
when I have someone filming me, in my opinion, that's an invasion of my privacy, and that's not your right.
It is our right, though.
It's just like it's not my right if you're in the doctor's office to go in there and film everything you're doing.
Well, we don't do
that's
that.
It's a
that's
We
not
don't do
right.
that.
But
doctor's office
this
would be
is
a
where they
private
get
building.
those benefits, and a lot of these people won't come in here if you're sitting out here with fucking cameras.
Ed, how do we straighten
When
out,
you're in public,
how do
how
we
do we
straighten out the
change
bad
that?
employees? How do we stop corruption with our tax dollars?
You
How
know,
do we do that?
since Jesus Christ, I don't know if you're religious or not, there's been corruption.
I am.
That is something that's never going to go away.
Right.
Okay?
So we-
it's there.
so we have
So
to
you
allow-
put us,
we give up and
you
allow
don't
it.
give up, but you do it through the manner
The proper channels that
proper
they allow.
channels
That they allow.
that are out there.
And you know what's
And
allowed?
filming an
This
office
is
like
allowed.
this where people come for social services
This is
and
allowed.
things like that, that's wrong.
We're not here for
Go
those people.
go to the Capitol. Go to
We're not here for those people.
their offices in Bakersfield.
We do.
And
We do.
go to the
We
higher
do.
levels of management
Oh,
where
we
they
do.
can actually enforce
I've
change.
been to the mayor's office. I've been
We've-
to
we've
internal
done that.
affairs.
And
We've
that
been to-
because these people can't do anything
We've
to
been to the Drug
enforce
Enforcement
change.
Agency. We go.
They're
we go-
just workers.
We go to the FBI. We go to the deputies, internal affairs. We go to the,
We know that they
district
can't
attorneys.
enforce change. What we're here for is to make sure that they understand that we have a right to come into a public lobby and film whatever we see. That's the whole purpose of it. We're not here. We know they can't make change, and I agree with you. The only way it's really you got
So
So
to
then
go-
go to the heads of these areas, not to where the people are actually trying to do their work, trying to help these other people.
they don't
A
know.
lot of which
They don't
won't go
know.
in there if they see you standing in
know.
this parking lot.
They don't
Here's
know.
something. I have a video that has over 2 million views. Some of my videos get 10,000, 5,000. Some of my videos get 20,000,
Well, that's great.
40,000, 100,000.
That's great, but
and
but
you know why? Do you wanna know why?
myself and the other
Because you
people
know
that
why?
use this office
Do you want to know why?
have
though?
a right
Do you
to
wanna know
our
why?
privacy.
Because people are waking up. That's why.
I woke up a long time ago, dude, and realized that the only way you can really enact change is pay attention to how you vote and hold your your people accountable. And I do that.
Vote
I
for
can't tell you
vote
how
for
many
the
letters.
Vote for the same guys, right? The same people that sit in the same coffee shops in Washington and all these places.
Well, see, I
It's
haven't
whether
voted
it's
for
the left-
anybody I've ever
whether it's
voted
the left
before.
or the right, whether it's Democrat or Republican, whether it's conservative or liberal, they both sit and hang out at the same coffee shops, okay? And it's all a game. And
It is.
So you're
It's
saying-
a number
forward.
crunch.
You said
I
you've never
understand.
voted for
And the
somebody
same
you
person
voted.
in a row.
Well, those I guess tells you right there.
It's
And
all a
that
game.
the one person
We're the ones
I
being
will
duped.
say
It
the
tells you
one
right
person
there.
I will vote for again, and that is Trump. I don't like some of what he's doing, but I do like a lot of what he's doing.
He's another puppet. Just
As
like everyone else.
much that's just it. People think he's a puppet. He's not a puppet. There are things you have to bargain with,
He
okay?
never went after NAFTA like you said he did.
And he what is wrong with
Like
you?
he said he was going to go after NAFTA. He hasn't stopped NAFTA, the North American Free Trade Agreement.
What he has put extreme taxes on imports. He can't do it all at one time. He's been in office 2 years, and you're asking him to fix something that other politicians have taken.
Look what Obama did.
hundreds of
Obama
years.
gave hope to everybody, right? And
No,
look,
Obama
he
kissed-
gave hope to a lot of people,
Obama
and it was
didn't
all
give-
lies. He lied the whole time, right? Would you agree that? Would you agree that
Yes.
he lied? Okay, I agree that.
Did
He
you
was
vote
one of the
for him?
worst presidents we've
Trump
ever
doing
had.
The same damn thing.
Did you
and
end
they
up
all do the
voting
same-
for him?
They all
Huh?
do the same.
Did you
damn
end up
thing.
voting for Obama?
No,
They all do the same thing.
I did not like his views on the military and that, and you know, that's one of the things I do like about Trump is he's pro-military. Our military men that defend this country barely make a living.
Why? Let me answer me this. Why does our police look more like the military every day, and our military look more like police? Why is that? Have you noticed that?
I personally haven't noticed it because I have military
Look at the
members, and
equipment.
to me they don't look
at the
anything
equipment
like
that SWAT
police.
teams have and all that. Look at the equipment that they use.
Well, that's protective equipment. What's wrong with you?
What's up, buddy? Come say hi, man.
That's protective equipment to keep them from being shot,
You see, he's
killed.
seen us. He's seen
Yeah,
us. He knows.
I know he
He's been
saw
called-
us.
He's
He
been
saw
called
you.
100 times. He knows what we're doing.
I,
He's been
I,
educated. There's nothing he
I
can
know. I know what he's doing. I don't care what he's doing right now. As long, you know, just like they cut back our amount of law enforcement up here. This is one of the largest counties in California.
We don't need that many law enforcement.
Yes, we do.
What if police weren't?
Right
Okay,
down
let me
that
ask you this.
street is one of the biggest
Do you
meth
think-
camps in the nation.
Where?
Yeah,
In Bodfish.
Yeah,
Bodfish?
Meth is crazy
huge.
up here.
Yeah, meth is huge.
And
here.
we need more police officers for that purpose. You have an accident out on Walker Pass, you know who responds? Our sheriff's office. And if we only have 2 or 3 officers up here and they all have to respond to that accident, what about the people?
Do you think that
here?
police should have medical training?
Most police officers actually do have some
That's
medical
not true.
training, but
That's not
they
true.
can't lend
do,
it.
Do you believe that they should?
Yes.
Do you believe that they should have at least 2 years experience working in the medical field
No.
before becoming an officer? They get paid. They get paid a lot of money.
No.
They get paid. Police
Because
officers
you
make
don't
anywhere
need,
from $100,000
you
to
don't need
$200,000 a
2
year.
years of medical experience to provide emergency first aid.
They're the first responders.
So was I. And I didn't have 2 years of medical training.
You didn't have 2 years.
I
of
was
medical
I
training?
was part of a earthquake.
You had your cert class?
I had all my certs. I worked.
I've done the certs.
I worked for a large company in LA, and I was part of their
Do you think-
search and rescue.
Do you think that our police should be responding to real crimes instead of generating revenue?
No. Well, take that back. To real crimes, yes, but they have to generate the revenue to keep the departments going.
We went to yesterday. We were in Pismo Beach, and the police officers there said that their department makes their money from the hotels in the area because there's a lot of tourism and everything. They get 10% from every room that's being out, and that's how they have so
that's
much
them.
equipment
That doesn't
and
mean that's
everything.
happening here.
And the people there, they don't act paranoid like this. The police officers, they greet us, they say hi. Everybody in that town, actually almost no paranoia. And you know
See,
what?
that's,
You know,
that's
for
the
our
difference.
channels,
That's a different type
for
of
our
community
channels-
than you have up here. The community you have up here, a lot of these people are retired military,
Tyrants.
retired police officers, retired
bullies with badges.
firefighters, retired defense workers.
There's a lot of racism out here
And
as well.
well, I don't know about that because I'm not racist, and most of the people I associate with aren't, and that. now don't get me wrong, I call a spade a spade.
Right.
You know, you can be, pardon the English because I rarely use this word, you can be whether you're white, black, purple, orange, or green. Okay? It's not just a term, it became a term used for black people. But if you actually look up that word, that's not what it stands for. You can be racist regardless, but you guys are not providing what I consider enough of a service to be out here filming an office and preventing people from actually going in there because they don't want to be filmed.
They're preventing you from using your car?
No.
Okay. You can talk to them if you want to.
Yeah, she's been we've had a cordial
we
conversation.
just got a call that you guys were harassing people.
And no, I told them, I asked them not to film me.
Okay.
And I told them, I said, by standing in front of this office and going in that office and filming, they will prevent a lot of people from going in there. This is a subsistence office. A lot of these people aren't proud that they have to be on subsistence. They don't want to be filmed.
I would agree with that, but we can't make them leave for that purpose. They have a right to film from a public place. I agree with 100% with what you're saying,
ma'am.
Yeah, and I actually do too. I agree with that, but
I agree.
here's the thing: we actually don't get the people on there unless you're gonna put yourself on camera. And
How can
in
you
reality,
say that? I was standing at the counter and he had that camera looking right in there where I was
I'm
standing.
sure he would have.
You guys really like family abuse victims come in and out, right? So
Yeah, no,
all we
we-
ask is that you're respectful of
And
that
all
and
it
don't
would
harass
take
people.
for
Like I said, I told you.
We know our
Some of
boundaries,
these women
Officer
that
Brandon.
come in
I'm
here-
Yeah,
sorry
that's
that you
fine.
took off, but I'm glad you came
Well,
back.
I'm actually working on a child abuse investigation, and I was on my way to deal with.
That's okay.
That's what I was working
you
on.
respected
and then
us enough
I
to
came
come back. So my issue is this.
Mm-hmm.
We're in the public lobby. We're
Correct.
filming around.
Correct.
We went into one area that's open. It's a public lobby, open.
Okay.
All of this is open. It's publicly accessible.
Okay.
We got encountered by an individual with, finally, a woman comes out, says, "You're harassing people. This is not a public forum." She's reading this nonsense off. And I said, "Look, this is open to the lobby." She just kept reading and reading and reading and reading and reading and reading. And then leave. Then she called up this individual with a beard. I don't know if you know him. And
No, I
he came
don't.
out. He wouldn't identify himself. He told us to leave. We told him what we're doing. It's perfectly legal. He says, "No, it's not. We're going to call the sheriffs." And all we ask is that you just educate these people that what we're doing is, that's our whole intent, is to come out and show that you have a right to film in any public accessible area. I'm not going in there with the intention of filming private individuals or
we
private
never do. We never do.
You
or
guys
private
stand there,
documentation.
That man and woman wouldn't get out of their car and go in.
And we understand that, but understand where they're coming from. They're just concerned for their clientele and their victims.
Listen,
and,
their
and
fear.
we try to educate.
Right.
But they
Right,
have their
right.
own concerns.
And I understand totally, but people's fears don't trump my right.
That's true.
Okay.
And that's why we're allowing you to film here. I'm not
Well,
telling you to leave. I'm not.
Well, what allows me to film here is the First Amendment.
Right.
So when you say you, it's the First Amendment.
That's-
But you're respecting the First Amendment.
Correct. Okay.
And so when I do this, I know my boundaries. But we come out to film and educate people. That's our whole intent. But when we get individuals that are tyrants and bullies, then you get what
Well,
you get.
I agree, but just understand they're passionate for what they do. They're passionate for
But know the
protecting their
law.
victims.
Know the law.
And
know the law.
we try to convey that information. But sometimes
we're passionate about what we do.
We're passionate
what we
passionate
do,
about the
man.
First Amendment.
Understand.
We're passionate about making sure that the politicians don't give you guys,
Understand.
presumed authority over
Right.
people and stuff like that. We're passionate about what we do. as
Totally
well.
understand. Like I said, all we ask is you said, you know your boundaries, you know what you're permitted to do. All we ask is that you be respectful of people, stay within those boundaries.
Okay, and can
you
I
do your
ask?
thing and we'll do
Can I
ours,
ask
and-
a favor, if you want to call it a favor? Would you be willing to go at least in the public lobby here and tell that woman who read that we're perfectly legal to do this?
I can't. I'll refer it to my supervisor.
Unfortunately, Officer Brandon is failing us. He is failing to go inside the building to educate the people that what we are doing, we have a right to do. It's a First Amendment right to record in public. And now you are going to hear the reason why Officer Brandon doesn't want to do it.
Who's not here right now because I'm not a
You
supervisor.
have the power to do it. Man.
Yeah.
You have the
Your
power to
discretion.
do it, Brandon.
I mean, it's
Officer
your
Brandon.
discretion as well.
Many cops we deal with do it.
Okay.
They
I
do
don't.
it.
I personally do not feel comfortable. That's something I'd rather refer to my supervisor.
Wow, how sad is that, everybody? Officer Brandon feels uncomfortable to uphold the law. We asked him to go in to educate the people. We did not ask him to berate the people, admonish the people, just to educate the people. Now, wait till the supervisor shows up and see what Officer Brandon asked us to do. Remember the word, admonish. Admonish.
But I will assure you, I
Admonish.
will pass
Shame
it
on
off
you,
to him.
Officer
Brandon.
Brandon. Let me ask you this. Why is it you don't feel comfortable doing that?
Because it's another county agency.
Oh my God, we all heard it correctly. Officer Brandon feels uncomfortable to tell individuals that what we're doing is perfectly legal, to uphold the law because it is another county agency. That makes absolutely no sense. Is a different county agency not able to hear the law from a law enforcement officer? What is wrong with you, Officer Brandon? What is wrong with you?
And anytime we have conflict between county agencies, that's generally something we pass to our supervisor.
This is another county agency separate from you?
Correct.
This is not Kern County agency?
Well, it's all Kern County, but different departments. There's Sheriff's Department, CPS. I mean, we're all different departments within the county. So I don't have any authority over, I'm not his supervisor.
Unbelievable. You don't have any authority over another person in another department. How sad are you as a law enforcement officer? How sad are you?
I don't work in his department.
Right, but you have the will to say, hey, look, what they're doing is perfectly legal.
I can go in there, but it's something I would feel more comfortable having my supervisor do, since I don't know what his position is in that department.
And is your supervisor position in that department? What is? I'm confused. Your supervisor comes out of this
My
building?
supervisor's from the Sheriff's Department.
Okay, but you're not sure what his opinion would be on what we've just discussed?
I'm not going to speak for him.
But that's why you're hesitant, because you don't know what his opinion would be.
No, from a policy standpoint, I am not comfortable approaching somebody from another department.
Wow, what is Officer Brandon so scared of? This is unbelievable.
That is something I would prefer to leave up to my supervisor.
Wow.
They was just kind of asking you to let them know that what we're
And
doing
we
is
will.
not illegal, you know?
We will. And we will.
And I tell you what, man, you've been very cordial, dude. You've
Yeah.
been very respectful with us. I greatly appreciate it.
No problem.
We've been kicked
Yeah.
around, we've been handcuffed, we've been taken.
We're not going to do any of that. Like I said, you guys are absolutely
always
free.
win.
You guys are absolutely free
attorneys. We
to
always
film.
win.
You guys know that in a public location.
And dude, Brandon, is that your last name or first name?
Last name.
Your name your first name's not Brandon, is it?
No.
Brandon?
No.
All right, man.
But dude, thank you.
All right.
Thank you.
Thank you
Like
so
I said,
much.
Well,
just-
we're going to go back in, man. So I don't know if you want to stay 30 seconds.
We're just gonna go back in, kind of to prove a point.
Try to
We're
prove
passionate
a
about
point.
this thing.
We're not sticking in their faces. We're just going
Would you allow me to go in first and you guys stay out here for a few minutes?
That's what I asked you to do, man.
Okay, well, I'm not going to go in there and tell him he's wrong.
What are you going to tell him then?
Well, can you at least tell them that we're allowed to do this? And we'll.
That's all we're
courtesy
asking.
to you.
All I'm trying to do is prevent a confrontation
Okay, so
between you and
in
them.
courtesy to you, we'll just go back in there to prove a point, film real quick, and we'll leave.
So go in first then, and we'll wait.
Well, if you guys aren't going to go in and provoke a confrontation, then I have no need to go in. If you guys just
We
want to
don't
go in,
do it. We
okay.
don't.
If you just want to
It's
go
in
in
their
and-
minds.
Okay, if you just want to go in peacefully and film a couple seconds and walk out, feel free.
But they're going to come at us again, dude.
Well, then.
That's
tell
why I
them.
said if you wanted to go first, you offered to
Well,
do that.
And you know they might yell at you. They're not going to physically.
No, I know. But she's just gonna go off
Right.
again.
Just understand while you're filming. They're passionate. Right. They're not going to physically remove you. They're not going to. They're
going to call you again, though. You're going to get another call and not show
Well,
up.
no. My sergeant just pulled in, so.
Hey, Sergeant, coming over?
No.
He said you would. He said you'd talk to us.
What do you need?
We already explained to him what we're doing. People in there got a little paranoid because we have cameras.
Yeah.
That's fine. The lady comes at us aggressive, starts reading us newspaper, policy, stuff like that. But We already know the rules and regulations, what we can and can't do. We're not trying to record anybody's person. We don't even, if there's people, private citizens, we delete them out off the video.
Yeah.
All we do, we go in there and make sure we ask questions, get public information, where you can get services or whatnot. And sometimes people are crazy just because we have a camera. And
We're trying to
basically
educate them that we have a legal right to film in public, and we got confronted bad in there, and all we asked was Officer Brandon just to go and tell him that we have a legal right to do it. We're going to go back in and leave, but he said he didn't feel comfortable. He thought maybe that you would do it, or he talked to you. Because we're going to go back in there, and we were going to leave. But
Inside the building here?
Yeah.
All right.
In the public
we're not
lobby.
trying to be assholes, man.
Yeah, we're not trying to be
like you
jerks.
said, these people are passionate about helping the people, but at the same time, we're passionate about ensuring that the First Amendment doesn't go away.
Yeah.
And all when you said, what do you need, Sergeant Frisbee, is it?
Yes, sir.
Nice to meet you. Phil. Officer Brandon. Phil.
Yeah, that's fine.
All we're asking is that before we go in, that you just at least educate them that what we're doing is perfectly legal, and then we'll leave.
Have you talked to me, sir? Or?
I haven't gone in yet. Initially, what I was under the impression they wanted me to go in and admonish them, which I told them that's not our department.
Yeah.
I don't feel comfortable doing that. They were from the department. That's all.
Because we don't want to go back in and get confronted again. We just want to educate them that what we're doing is perfectly legal. Hear it from a law enforcement officer, and we're done.
And you know what's the thing about this is this isn't the only place we've gone.
I know.
We go to you've already watched First Amendment audits.
Yeah.
So that's what
We're not anti-cop. We're anti-bad cop.
Yeah, and so
And you find that in both fields. All fields, there's good and bad.
Yeah.
these things are popping up like popcorn. So just like the gremlins, you drop water on them, or the gremlins pop
And
up.
we're not sovereign citizens. They're trying to
We're gonna go
equate
in.
us to sovereign
Yeah.
citizens.
You want to just let them know?
All right, dude.
Okay.
Thanks, man.
Hey, thanks. Appreciate it, guys. You guys
Appreciate
take care.
you. All right.
Thank you.
All right.
Remember,
take care.
we're not sovereign citizens, man.
I didn't say you were.
I know. Well, law enforcement, they're putting out bulletins that we are. All right, Officer Brandon and Officer Frisbee are going to be well looked at.
I don't know where you guys are.
Well, we're just in this public lobby.
This lady right here,
This is the most professional lady right here out of the whole bunch.
put her in charge of everybody here.
This lady here in the red, this individual right there, that guy you can educate. Thanks.
It's just like I said, be respectful. Don't put their faces on camera.
Yeah.
Stuff like that. Okay.
You just shut the door on you.
Yeah. That's. Is that a public that? Yeah, that's
It's open. It's a public lobby.
the health department.
Yeah, it's public. People can look. There's documentation you can walk
Okay, hold on.
into
Let me
and
walk
pull forms.
I'm not sure this is is this.
There's he locked it right now. He locked it right now.
Okay. Well, I can't.
See, it's publicly accessible because
Would you not film him?
yeah, well, it's going to be blurred out. I don't put kids. Yeah,
Okay.
Dude, I'm telling you, I didn't mean to.
No, you're fine.
Yeah, dude, I blur people.
Okay.
You can go in there and get documentation about their services, so it's open. It's publicly accessible, just like this area is publicly accessible. You know, so. But the guy in the beard, he's a real tyrant. And there's another individual, a shorter, chubby lady, came out wearing red pants or a top. So do your thing, and we'll be out
Well, like I
of here.
said, I can't force him to open the door.
Can you knock and let her know? Tell her.
Oh, I can. They'll talk to me. I'm not
Okay.
talking to you. I don't even know that they'll talk to me.
Really?
Yeah. Because I'm sure they know what I'm gonna say.
No, I don't know if they will.
Yeah, I'll see. If
All
they
right,
talk.
do what you can do.
Hopefully these deputies can educate these.
All right, thanks, man.
All right. We spoke with them. We can't force them to do anything, but we did speak with them.
Did you speak with the gentleman in the gray beard?
We did.
And he acknowledged, or what
He
did
listened.
He listened. He didn't
listened.
speak.
Not too much. Take care.
We might stop at the post office.
Yeah, we're gonna stop at the post office. You'll know it's us. We're going to the post office, so if you get a
Okay.
call, you'll know it's us.
I talked to a gentleman with a beard and kind of explained things.
But Brand,
I know he's
officer,
not happy.
No.
They're just asking. I guess some people don't want to be filmed, so they're just asking that I guess those people, if they don't want to be filmed, just kind of respect their privacy.
Right, right.
But-
No, dude, we get it, Officer or Sergeant Frisbee, but the deal is this.
No, I
that
know.
wasn't the issue. The issue
Yeah.
is we're in there with a camera, so they're backtracking.
Yeah, I know.
That's all it is.
We explained it to him, and I told him there's nothing we can do.
Right.
So you guys have a right to be there and a right to
Appreciate
film.
it.
So, all right, you guys.
Stay well.
All right, you guys take care.
Yeah,
have a good day.
Thank you so much. Bye.
That was cool, bro.
You would think that employees would be cool and the deputies would be shitty all the time.
Should we hit it one time or not? Let's go, man. Let's go home. All right, everybody. Well,
Can I actually go through?
yeah. Yeah. I thought that they were going to go back to their office and not come out, actually.
Around and round we go.
Oh, there she is. Oh, it's open. All right, everybody, we'll catch you on the next one.
That's right. Peace out, folks.
Peace out.